If you're wondering what I'm doing on the site, I'm just looking at my laptop, to read out the stuff for you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Silppa. I am a dentist. I'm from India. Did my BDS in India and also did my master's in endodontics from Mangalore, and I came to the US in 2021 on a master's program, and I took a master's of public health here in the US, and I graduated last month. I'll give you an idea of where I stand right now with regard to the DDS program. I have completed my applications. I have put my applications through and I'm waiting for interview calls and stuff. And there are some other few things that's going on in my life which I'll update on a different video, but for now I have completed the process of the application. I've gone through all that, the SOPs, the LORs, and what each schools need and all that. And I kind of know how this thing works now, so I see a lot of people asking questions on Facebook regarding different schools, and if that's a school that I applied to, I am able to give them some insights into what I did when I applied to the school and when I faced the same issue they faced. So I am here to make some videos for you guys too, so that I can answer some of the questions that you might have and help each other. That's it, like regardless of if we get into dental school or not. So today I want to talk about the Michigan School of Dentistry, the international trained program, the advanced standing program. The advanced standing program in the School of Michigan is called the Internationally Trained Dentist Program, ITDP. So different schools call it different ways. Some schools call it IDP. Different schools give the program different names, but all of these are advanced standing programs. All of that come under advanced standing programs. So in Michigan School of Dentistry, they call it Internationally Trained Dentist Program, ITDP, which you can see on their website. So initially I thought that everybody knows about everything and people know what's happening with each school and they've gone to their websites and they know what's happening. But you know what? That's not true. There are so many questions that I see on Facebook pages, like on my page and stuff, asking about, hey, what are the TOEFL scores for this school? What are the TOEFL scores for that school? And what are the schools that, that accepts students with a TOEFL score of 90 or below and all that. So I thought I'll just make some school specific videos so that if you want to know about UPenn, I have like few videos on what happened with UPenn when I applied to UPenn, and then their supplemental application stuff, and the LOR situation. That's a new situation that's happening with the school of UPenn School of Dental Medicine. So I have separate videos for that. So if you want to know about that, you can go to that video after watching this video, of course. So today I'm talking about University of Michigan. So let me read out the things that they have given, the general stuff that they require for you to be eligible to apply to the DDS program. So the University of Michigan School of Dentistry, the program size is 20. So they take in like 20 people every year, okay? And the program length is 28 months, which is a little more than 2 years. And the application opens by March 9th. We know that March 9th of every year, they open up the CAAPID application, and it ends by June 30th. So it's already June, and if you have still not applied to the school, please go ahead and apply and finish it off before your application deadline of June 30. But most schools, I think, have their application deadlines by June 1st and all that. So I'm hoping you would have completed their application. And Michigan has the deadline for June 30th. So please complete it. And the program start means the classes begin by January 1st of 2024. Okay, I think that's the same for every year. Every year they start the program by Jan 1st. That's that. And then the degree that they award is a DDS degree, DDS, DMD, it doesn't matter because it's all the same here. Some schools give you DDS, some schools give you like DMD. it's the same. Okay, supplemental application. What do you mean by supplemental application? Supplemental application means apart from the answers, the questions that you answered on your CAAPID application, your SOP, your LORs and things like that, and the additional information that you gave, certain schools have their set of questions that you have to, the school specific questions that you have to answer. Most schools ask you to describe or discuss on why you think you are a good fit for the school, and why do you think, what are the special things about the school that you like, that you want to apply to that school and want to go there. So you will have to answer those questions, and most of them are like 1,000 words, some are like 1,500 words. So it's good for you to do your research on that specific school and give answers, specific answers to that. And it is a little a tedious process, because you're already tired, right? Like you're tired from all the applications and everything. It's a very long process, and once you finish all that, the schools send you an email asking you to complete your supplemental application, and you're like, you go to this and you see like you have to make another essay of like 1,000 words, which is sort of like, it's very exhausting, I know that, but you have come this far, right? Like you have come this far, and you cannot give up on those things, and you have to give the supplemental questions equal importance, as the same importance that you gave to other parts of your CAAPID application. So you cannot just switch that off. So that's about supplemental applications. Some schools have supplemental applications, some does not. So Michigan School of Dentistry, thankfully, does not have a supplemental application, and so there are no supplemental application questions that they're going to send you, but they do have a supplemental fee. You know that when you apply to CAAPID, you have to give a certain fee for all the schools, and some schools have a supplemental fee. It's just a fee. So Michigan School of Dentistry does not have a supplemental application, but they do have a supplemental fee, which if it's there on their website, I'll tell you in a bit. Now, you know that in the US, there are certain schools that accept students with a citizenship or a permanent residency or a green card and things like that. Michigan School of Dentistry is not hellbound on all those things. You can apply to Michigan School from India, from US, or wherever, you know, it doesn't matter. Your immigration status doesn't matter. You can apply, okay? You don't have to be a green card holder or a permanent resident to apply to Michigan School of Dentistry. Bench test, we all know that most schools have a practical exam where you prepare for a class 2 or a class 1 or crown preparations and all that before that's part of their interview process. Michigan School does have a bench test, so yes. Okay, the other requirements are of course INBDE and TOEFL. For people who are asking me if I can give an IELTS instead of a TOEFL, I would say please go with TOEFL, because see, when you come to the US, like if you're just taking a master's and coming to the US, I gave an IELTS exam before I came to the US to come to the US, but most professional schools, including dentistry and other schools, require you to give a TOEFL exam for them to consider you in their application. Okay, so please give a TOEFL exam. If you can give a TOEFL exam when you come to the US, like if you're taking a master's and then applying to DDS, that's well and good, because I didn't know this, that I had to give IELTS and then I had to give TOEFL. So please stick with TOEFL. TOEFL is the standard sort of exam that most of the schools ask you to give. This is not to say that IELTS is not at all accepted. There are schools with advanced standing programs that accept IELTS also, but for Michigan, we see that it's TOEFL, okay? Transcript evaluation and instructions, you have to do an ECE evaluation, ECE course by course evaluation, and not WES. Again, this is also something which is very school specific. Some schools will accept, very less schools I think accept WES, and most of the schools require you to do an ECE course by course evaluation to kind of transcribe your marks from the Indian system to the US system, for them to understand, to compare their marks, the score level, to see if you are eligible enough to study in the US. You know what I mean? That. So that's ECE. Yeah, let's go to, okay, so now let's go to their website to get more information on anything that is important for you guys. I'll give you the link to the CAAPID directory and also to University of Michigan ITDP program. I want you to go through the website by yourself and, you know, kind of make sure that you see these things and you understand firsthand, like not through me, because I'm just giving you a general idea of the important things that you have to have in mind, just basic stuff that you really need to know, that you cannot afford to not know if you're applying to universities in Michigan and all that. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, but this is like a disclaimer. Please go ahead and go through their website and know this for yourself. Okay, now coming to letters of recommendation, they require one dean's letter. A letter written by the dean of the applicant's dental school is required and must be signed on an official letterhead. Common stuff. And 2 letters of choice, which is really good because you can take it from anybody else. You can take it from one of your faculties back in India or Nigeria, whatever country you're coming from, or you can take it from a US dentist with whom you worked or did an internship or a preceptorship or whatever for a few months. You can take it from them, which is of high value. Actually, getting a letter from a US dentist it's going to be really beneficial for you. So they give you that choice. With Michigan, you can have 1 dean's letter and 2 letters of choice of your choice. Okay, now coming to the application fee. See, Michigan School of Dentistry have a very low supplemental application fee. I mean, very low. I say very low because compared to other schools, it's actually low. It's $75 that you have to give for the supplemental application fee. Why I say it's low is because some other schools require you to give up to like $250 for your supplemental application. I think UIC has the highest. I think it was $250. So compared to that, it's pretty decent. Okay, so Michigan 75. Yeah, so I think these are the basic stuff that you need to know about Michigan School of Dentistry if you're applying to the advanced standing program, to the DDS or DMD. I mean, DDS is what they award you, the degree that they give you. Okay, so I also want to tell you, I'm not very sure about this. These are the things like that I've heard through my research and all that. Michigan School of Dentistry is like a state school, like a state school. Okay, so if you are residing in Michigan, if you are in Michigan, if you're from Michigan, if you did a master's in the Michigan School of Michigan University or something, you are residing in Michigan, right? So Michigan School of Dentistry they have this thing of giving more priority for people who are from Michigan. Like, I think most schools have that. NYU has that. NYU gives more weightage to people who are from NYU, who is residing in NYU right now, or somebody from around, so that is something that you need to keep in mind. But they also have out of the 20 people that they take in, they have like a quota for which is reserved for people outside of Michigan. So it is, I'll be honest with you, what I've heard is that it is quite difficult to get into Michigan School of Dentistry because it's an Ivy League school. It's a very prestigious school, and their program is very competitive, and there's so many people applying, and it's also like pretty cheap, like if you think about it, you know what I mean? So they don't literally like loot you or your money, but yeah, so these are the things that I want you to keep in mind if you're considering applying to Michigan School of Dentistry. And if you have more questions or concerns about different schools or whatever, you can hit me up on my Instagram, the.hippie.spirit, and also I'm active on my LinkedIn. You can catch me there. You can catch me on Facebook also, but I'm not very active on Facebook unless I have like questions on my messenger. That's when I ask them to come to my Instagram, because that's where I'm active almost all the time. Yeah, so feel free to hit me up if you have more questions or specific questions. I reply to almost all the messages I get, and I can make a video on whatever questions you have. If I don't have answers, I'll research on that and I'll give you some answers. So that's that. If you like my videos, please like my videos. I mean, like it, okay? And subscribe to my channel, because It's happiness. Okay, thank you and have a good day. Take care. Bye.